Good day, everybody, from wherever you are. I'm hoping that you're starting this week on yet another very high note. I hope that you are cheery and bright wherever you are, and if you're not, that you are going to be after this inspiration. Today, we're dealing with hurts and disappointments, because when you look at the things that hold people down, it's a lot of pain inside. Pain, hurt, and disappointments. How do we deal with pain and hurt and disappointment? Today, I would like to inspire you towards a permanent solution of going beyond pain, hurts, and disappointment. And that's not to mean that moving forward, you will not encounter pain, hurt, or disappointments, but it's basically getting tooled, equipped, empowered on how to deal with it moving forward, so that it no longer becomes the area in your life that holds you down from going higher and higher and higher. Many would say that the pain is so deep, and I understand it. There's things that are so hurtful and painful that is almost possibly impossible to imagine whether there is really a coping mechanism to overcome that level of hurt and pain. I've seen things that include people being maimed, burnt with acid, sexually or emotionally abused to the point that it has broken the individual. I am aware that when I'm bringing this subject, that there are depths of hurts and pains and levels of disappointment that humanly people may not feel that it's possible to rise above or overcome. But I have news for you today. And that news is that today you become tooled on how to possibly find healing, restoration, redemption, and freedom from these hurts, pain, and disappointment. But I'll begin with a question. Are you willing to be healed? Do you desire healing? From the depth of your heart, think about that question. Do you really, really, really want to overcome the consequences and effects, the effects that you've had in your life of these experiences that have left a lot of hurt, pain, disappointment, and in some instances, great damage? Are you willing, seriously, from the bottom of your heart, to move beyond this point? And why I ask that question is because there are people who become addicted to the pain. There are people who have built a crutch on the pain. They thrive in their attention, knowingly or unknowingly, and mostly unknowingly. They don't even know that they're seeking attention and pity and attracting that unending support from people. They're addicted to it. And if the pain and the hurt leaves, then they feel that even the attention that they were seeking, that they were getting, and the support goes. So you find that I have met people who are not willing to go beyond their pain, to let go of their hurts, bruises, damages, and disappointment. So I'll be speaking to you today and really, really encouraging you to think carefully about that question. Do you really, really, really want to find healing and move beyond the past pain and hurt? And that's okay, even if you don't believe that it's possible. Just seek your heart and see, are you willing to go beyond this point? And if you are, I'm about to share what it is that we need to do. At least a few tips. Of course, this is a conversation that will take hours to talk about, but today I just want to inspire you to set off on that path. And the things I may share may seem difficult, but they're truly the keys. They are truly the keys. The first thing I would like you to do is to be willing to let go of the pain and the things that it comes with, the attention and all that stuff, because you no longer need the crutch. Why should you extend pain and hurt in your life just because you're getting attention? And that love, and that comes from a point of brokenness on the inside. Be willing to let go and desire a higher way. A higher way. Desire more for yourself. Desire a better place for your heart and your emotions, your mind and your spirit, everything. Desire more. Desire a better level and a better experience. Desire it. You're allowed to desire. The thing that I want to speak about next may be very difficult, especially in instances where the pain and the hurt has caused a lot of physical, emotional, financial, whatever, psychological damage. And I'm not speaking from a point where I have never had to deal with this myself. I have had very deep-rooted pain and bruises from experiences that left me damaged. So I'm not telling you to do what I haven't done myself, but I have seen the fruit of walking that path and the impact. If you remember, I once said that hurting people hurt others. When you're full of pain and hurt, you can only hurt others and bring pain to others. Seriously. It's just 1 + 1 = 2. It's that simple. And we have to be moving from a point where we are willing to clean out that thing that brings negative to ourselves and to others, and desire to pour inside of us that brings healing and beauty into our souls, so that is what we're also bringing to others. And yes, it is possible. No matter what the situation is, that's what I'm trying to say. It is possible. If you're willing to do this, you're going to see the results. So the first thing I want us to look at is forgiveness. And I know a lot of you are saying, no, I can't. I cannot, not with what they did, not with what happened. And I understand. I mean, I know somebody who came to me and their daughter had been killed by somebody and they were looking for justice. Imagine that pain. And the person then went into prison for that crime, but after a while was released, and the family was so upset that the person was released. And they began to come after that because they were like, no, we have to make sure that he pays for life. And it's human to feel that. I mean, a life was lost. But moving beyond this point, I tell you, we've got to deal with forgiveness. And I want to start with what I feel is the definition of forgiveness. Because a lot of times when I speak about forgiveness, people think that you're asking them to become a doormat, to accept the situation, to accept what was done, and to accept that it was okay to move forward without necessarily avenging or revenging for what was done. But that's not the case. You find a lot of pain, hurt, will breed anger. And anger becomes the root of bitterness. And those of you who are scientists and people who are psychologists, you will understand and know that anger leads to bitterness, bitterness leads to sickness. And a lot of cancer, it toxifies the cells and mutates the cells and they become cancerous. And so cancer bites in. Why would you want something that happened or didn't happen to take away your life? Now, I'm not negating the effects of the things that happened. I'm giving you a tool to move beyond that point. And I'm not saying it's easy. I know it's hard. Forgiving for certain things can be very hard, but it's one of the keys to moving forward. Now, my definition of forgiveness, because that hurt, the pain, the perpetrators of those things that were done to you are no longer present, or sometimes they are, but they're not inside of you. They're not carrying this big pain, the wounding in your spirit and your soul, the cracks in your heart. They're not inside of you. It's only you who feels that inside of you. But every time you see them or think about whatever it is that happened, it triggers the next level of pain, anger, hurt, and all those things. And the only person you're damaging is you, not them. They're probably having a beer somewhere, laughing, and not even acknowledging where you're at. It's you in your own corner, dealing with this. And the more you hold on to it and more angry you are, the more bitter you're getting, the more hurtful you feel. And you feel that it is right because they must pay. It's not changing their life, it's damaging your life. So my definition of forgiveness is untying yourself from these negative emotions and negative effects that have happened as a result of whatever was done or not done, whatever the situation was. Release it and let it go. Let it go does not mean you forget, does not mean you don't take action, does not mean you don't follow justice. It doesn't mean that. It's untying your emotions from those negative effects, allowing it to be released, and release it to God. Release it to God. You know the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6:9-13. Does not forgive those who do little things against me, and not those who do bad things. It says, forgive me of my sins as I forgive others of their sins. It implies that forgiveness is a way of life. It's the blueprint and the model that Christ has set for us. You know, Luke 6:37 says, forgive and you'll be forgiven. You know, while we're taking a stand on whatever evil, negativity, whatever it is that has happened to us, should it have been us who did it to somebody else, would we be desiring to be forgiven? Would we desire pardon? Would we desire a second chance, a redemption, a turnaround and repentance from what we did if we acknowledge what we did was wrong? And if you would desire to be pardoned, then be willing also to pardon. And I'm not negating the thing, but untie yourself, forgive, let it go. Let those negative emotions go. Leave it with God. Leave it on the cross of Jesus. And allow God to heal your heart and to strengthen you, so that you come from a point of seeking justice, realigning your boundaries, or doing things that are going to prevent you from going through that, whatever it is, ever again, from a point of a healthy state of objectivity. A lot of people want to avenge and to revenge. And that's human nature, it's fine. But when you seek justice, there's systems that have been created. Seek justice in the world, seek justice with God. Allow God to avenge for you. Allow the systems of justice to avenge. So that you're not being lured into a position where you begin to put yourself in a bigger mess than you really are. Disappointments can put you in a place that leads you to dark places, hurt, pain, because your emotions and your thoughts are continuously consumed in darkness. And the fruit of darkness is death. This is how people go into depression. They lose their mind. They live a life of grief and sorrow all the days. They don't enjoy life. They were robbed of an opportunity in life to live. And yes, I know some of you are asking, can my life ever be complete even if I forgive? Some scars are so deep, can they be healed? Yes, they can. We serve a God who is mighty, who is able to visit you wherever you are and to heal the deepest wounds. So as we begin our week, let us begin by interrogating areas where we are full of pain and hurt and anger and bitterness. Let's resolve to untie ourselves and to seek an objective solution for these areas. Areas of things that have happened to us or that didn't happen, whatever the cause of the pain, the hurt, the disappointment, the anger. Seek objective causes. Untie yourself from those negative emotions. Forgive and let it go. Don't avenge for yourself, because it can lead you. I've seen people who went to avenge and then they ended up serving life sentences in jail. And do I blame them for the action they took? No. They were probably going to defend a very deep cause that was close to their hearts. But allow God to equip us to be able to deal with these things. and to release these things to Him. So I am actually trusting on your behalf that God will give you the strength to let go of pain, hurt, and disappointments, to forgive, and to live a lighter life, light in the spirit, and to then allow healing to manifest and redemption to begin to happen and restoration. Do have a blessed week, and I look forward to a world that's full of peace and vibrancy, irrespective of the many, many evils that exist in the world. God bless you.